Yeah, this is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in where the world collide. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Uncle Freezy vibing all night and all day. Big pizza, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is soul finger. DSJ always showing up as a soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Glory always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap triborough.
It's vibes and stuff. Vibes and stuff.
Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Everything in between we care. It's not just talk, it's how we grow.
It's vibes and stuff.
Life's a rhythm, we all move.
Vibes and stuff.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your main man, Uncle Freezy. Welcome to the joint that we call Vibes and Stuff. We're gonna chop it up tonight. There are a few topics that we want to talk about, kind of get into it. We want to talk about slow jams and maybe do, if we can get a third person. I think we had a third person scheduled to come on. We had DSJ scheduled to come on, but I'm not for sure what happened. I hadn't been in contact with him, but I want to do an all-time slow jams draft after we talk about Luther Vandross versus The Field when it comes to slow jams, right? So I'm going to do Luther Vandross versus The Field. That's going to be very interesting because basically Luther Vandross sets the standard, right? He set the standard. So let me say what's good to Allah Wise, Fritz Alcenda, and joining me per the usual is the music encyclopedia. The Triborough Gigolo is in the building. Salute. What's good, Tri?
Salute. Telling us up.
Yo, what's a slow jam in your mind? In your mind, what's a slow jam to you?
So, Teddy Pendergrass, Close the Door, classic, slow jam ballad, really sets the mood for, this intimate setting, with the woman or significant other, and ballads have to be able to give you a type of feeling, whether it's day or night, preferably night, but there has to be a great singer too that can evoke that emotion from the song, and the music gotta be right, the tone, everything about it gotta be a great ballad. So when I think of ballads, I think of like Teddy Pendergrass, Smokey Robinson, Luther Vandross, of course. It's so many.
Okay. I really don't. Hey, as long as I've been listening to slow jams, bro, I still don't have like an idea of slow jam.
Right.
And I know what a love song is. You feel me? But a slow jam, like, I was true story. This is a couple of years ago. Me and Chuck Allen were doing vibes and stuff in the morning. Hey, salute Red, a lot wise Fritz House Center. What's good, y'all? I'm glad y'all here rocking with us, man, because I need y'all feedback. I was in the Waffle House, like getting me like an unhealthy breakfast. It was like I was coming back, I was paying off a car. It was like, you know how you have like a car payment and a half or something like that, and so you just go and you just pay the whole thing just so you get over with or whatever. And so I'm in the Waffle House after I did that, and this girl was like, "Oh man, he had rose petals on the bed, and he played my favorite slow jam." And she started singing her favorite slow jam, and I was like, "That's not a slow jam." So she was like, so the girl was like, "What it is?" You know, one girl was like, "Girl, I'm gonna tell you." The other girl was like, "What it is? What it is? I'm gonna tell you. What it is? What it is? I'm gonna tell you. What it is?" They going back and forth, right? And so she said the slow jam is, "Boy, you should know that I got you on my mind, a secret admirer. I've been watching you at night. I think of you. I just the song by the Ghost Town DJs.
Yeah, my boo.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
try." She said that's her favorite slow jam.
Yeah. It's not a slow. That's booty shaking music.
Try. She said that's her favorite slow jam, bro.
No.
Yo, she said, hand to the man, bro. I came back. I told Chuck that story, bro. Hey, Chuck almost kicked me off the internet. Like, Chuck, how you gonna kick me off the internet? I'm not the one that said. I overheard a conversation, and then I asked her about it, and she was like, "Yeah, that's baby making music, Mister. That's baby making music." I was like,
she was young. Yeah. That's not it. That's more like for the club, for the strip club.
She said, "At night, I think of you. I just want to be your lady, baby."
No.
To be honest with you, I didn't know what a slow jam was, but I think I know what it is by the intellectual definition. Right. But in terms of a real vibe definition, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, they got it's like actual, ballads called slow jams. I mean, Monica and Usher, they have a song called Slow Jam.
Right.
And it was a great ballad, and I've never heard nobody say they thought My Boo was a slow jam. So that she was young. How old was she?
She had tattoos on her hands, so she must have been in her 20s or 30s. You know what I'm saying? So she must have been in her 20s. No disrespect to y'all that put that like tattoos. I'm just saying the tattoos on your hand thing is like a 20-year-old, 30-year-old thing.
Right.
So yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I heard someone else say before, and this was a 40-year-old, somebody that might be in that. So there's a weird age range of people. Like there's a group of people like in that 43 to like 52 age range. Their music is weird, bro. Try like it's a group of people like 43 to like 52. They music, they listening is weird. Like they like to listen to stuff like Music Soul Child.
Okay.
Oh man, Music Soul Child is good, Uncle Freezy. Okay, if you say so.
You don't like Music Soul Child?
Oh, but you trying to start an argument, right? Try. You ain't get ready to bait me into no argument, bro. No, you ain't gonna bait me into no argument, bro.
Wow.
No, you ain't gonna bait me into no argument. I almost fell for it too. I was like, oh. I almost got there with the, but yeah, the 40, I don't know, maybe it's 45 to 52, maybe it's 45 to 55. Somewhere in there, they say stuff like, that song "Ask of You" by Raphael Sadiq is a good slow song.
I think it is.
What?
Good ballad. I think it's a good ballad.
Ask of You by Raphael Sadiq.
Yes, I think that's a great song. You didn't like that song? Well, what is a good slow jam for you? I mean, you don't like Music Soul Child, you don't like the Raphael song.
I'm not saying "Ask of You" is a bad song. I think "Ask of You" is a mid-tempo song.
Okay.
That's what I think it is. I think it's mid-tempo.
Mid-tempo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like, remember the old Whitney Houston where it wasn't fast and it wasn't slow either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like right in that middle. I put it in the category. I think "Ask of You" is in that SOS band range of mid-tempo when you're singing about love, but you slow it down a little bit. It's just not a slow song.
Right. Okay.
You feel
So
me?
you want real slow. That's what you're talking about.
You remember the song "Slow Jam"? The song "Slow Jam"?
Yeah.
Play another slow jam. Play another slow jam. This time make it another slow jam. See, that's a slow jam in my mind because it's slow and it's a jam, right? But I mean, I don't know.
So you're talking like Guy, just Let's Chill, great slow jam. Blackstreet, Before I Let You Go.
That's a slow jam. Before I Let You Go was a slow jam.
Okay.
To me, because well, you know what? Let me take that back. I think that might be a love song, but maybe "Money Can't Buy Me Love" might be a slow jam. Remember "Love" by the Blackstreet Boy, by Blackstreet.
Oh, Blackstreet. Okay.
Yeah. Let me do this here too, because on the way I was out earlier. And I was after I texted you, I was like, hey, you know what? Alutha versus everybody would be a great conversation. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe we should do an all-time slow jams draft. Like if we have 3 or 4 people, then we can go do a round robin of drafting slow jams and put the slow jams on the screen and have a list, and then we can compare the list afterwards. That's what I was thinking. Like, but I think a jam is something that you can, dance to, but at the same time, oh, here he is, the R&B sensation. DSJ is in the building. Salute.
What's going on, y'all? I heard y'all was on the panel, and I figured it'd probably be never too much, never too much, never too much, never too much.
Yeah, man. So since DSJ is here, let's ask you this. DSJ, have I ever told you the story about me being at the Waffle House and the girl said her man had put rose petals on the bed and played her favorite slow jam?
No, never heard that.
And her favorite, and the slow jam that he played was, boy, you should know that Mama, a secret admirer. I've been watching you at night. I think of you. That's her favorite slow jam.
Wow.
Yep.
I know she got to be from Atlanta with that. Because there's no way.
Yo, I when I hear the music, when I hear the rim taps and all that stuff in the background, I'm like, nah, this ain't slow. This is like 128 beats per minute. But then when you listen to the words the girl is singing, I can kind of understand maybe where she's going with that. Maybe I can kind of understand.
But it's a fast love song though. It's not slow or mid tempo.
There's nothing slow about that song.
Right.
Even the dance ain't slow.
Exactly.
When last time you seen a woman twerk to a slow jam?
That's what I said.
I'm at the age where twerking is not really a thing for me, like for my age group, like that 55 to 65 age range. That ain't really like, you know what I'm saying? The twerking thing is really not like, the twerking thing is like that 40 to 45 to that, maybe not 40, because 40 maybe is still part of the 30s maybe, but maybe that 42 to 52 age range, twerking might be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, yeah. No disrespect to the ages. I'm not saying that, I'm not speaking to ageism. I'm just talking about mostly what people like. People taste. You know what I'm saying? Like what they I give it one of my coworkers, you know, I used to work in cubicle world, and she told me one of her favorite slow jams was the Sunshine Anderson song. Heard it all before? Wow. I was like, how's that a slow jam?
No.
DSJ, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but there's no way in God, on God's green earth that there's nothing slow about this song. What projects you finding these girls from? Because there's these women must have grew up in Dade County or something, because I don't understand how you can.
I feel you. I feel you. When I would say to you, bro, I just saw Anthony Edwards to the next rumor.
Oh
my God! You can tell it's the off season, bro.
Of course, it only makes sense. But to say it's the off season. The season ain't even over. Our season is over, and it's already rumors. Go figure.
What do we do? It's not, bro. Oh my gosh. It's slow. Let me talk about slow jams, because I do not want to talk about the other topic, right? I do not want to talk about the Knicks, right? But I will say this though. When it comes to slow jams, when I think of slow jams, I think of songs like Anniversary by Tony.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a jam. Like it might be the jam, right? Because anytime the anniversary of you and your girl come up, you already know what song to pick.
Right.
Right. The perfect song for the perfect situation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that's a jam right there. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a slow jam. Right. It's a love song, but it's more of a jam about love, and it's slow.
Right. Yeah. A classic one too.
Yeah. Hey, y'all know any? Fritz Alcindor said "Beauty" is a slow jam. I agree. I agree. I think when it comes to, I would put Drew Hill up in the stratosphere above ham sandwich groups like the Isley Brothers any day, bro. I just put them Drew Head, bro.
Come on.
They didn't even
I would only agree if Fritz Alcindor decides to join the panel and sing "Beauty." Then you might have to take you have to convince me that's a slow jam.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that Drew Hill is not a good group. Drew Hill has a lot of great love songs.
Drew Hill is a great group, but I still need convincing from Fritz Alcindor, and the only way for him to convince me is for him to come on this panel and sing that song. You don't have to sing the whole song. Sing a verse and a hook. Maybe you'll get me. I'm on the fence right now. I need a little bit more convincing.
Whoa, you want him to sing it to you? Whoa.
Not to me. It ain't got to be to me. Not to me.
Okay.
Not to me.
I was gonna say, Trapper, what y'all do? Y'all setting me up, bro.
Hey, this is not dedicated. This is not dedicated to Lano. This is just one of them situations where I just need to hear how it sounds for me to. Okay, yeah, because like I don't think "Come and Talk to Me" is a slow jam, right?
No,
Right.
It's not a slow jam, but I can understand where someone might say, "Well, nah, I disagree," based off of like conversation, smooth setting. You know what I'm saying? Like it can be if you discuss it, if you debate it, right? I think certain songs.
It's the mid tempo, right?
Yeah, it's mid tempo, but it's still like it gives like a. I guess because of the conversation and the fact that you can't actually dance with a partner, with a female partner or a partner period, to this song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can understand where, okay, this is where like you got the borderline conversations. These Are the Time by Drew Hill is a slow jam.
Right.
But there's a bit of the song where it's like, okay, it's not slow. It's got some mid-tempo groove to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, so you know, although I am teasing Fritz in terms of that, no, I do agree absolutely. "Beauty" is absolutely a slow jam. It's a great love song. And you know, as far as like Drew Hill, I think that there's a debate on whether like where is their best pocket? Is it in creating the slow jams? Is it great at mid-tempo grooves? Are they great cover artists?
I think their slow jams is their pocket.
Yeah.
And the reason I bring the covers into it is because I can't help but to think about the songs that they've covered that were great, like "The Love That We Have Stays on My Mind," "Love's Train." Yeah, like there's so many like elements to like what they do that is so great. And then of course, you know, like the remixes that they provided are like fire. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't help but to think about like in my bed, like which version is better, the original or the So Def remix?
Do you want to dance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like Drew Hill is one of those groups that, you know, as far as I know, you clown about the Isley Brothers and all that stuff. And again, that part is subjective. I think that, you know, some people are going to be like, I agree. Some people will be like, I disagree. But as far as like Drew Hill, I think Drew Hill and Jodeci are groups that ultimately, like the majority of people could rally behind and be like, yeah, those are the greatest groups in R&B lore.
Yeah. Except the Isley Brothers shouldn't even be a part of this conversation, bro. The Isley Brothers legit are hot dog water.
You just saying that because Ron Isley has the face of an 80-year-old man when he was in his teens. Like, I don't think that this is a matter of his. I think you just look at Ron Isley like, that man is old. That man is old before old. That man is old before ancient. That man is here before Jesus said, "Let there be light." That man is old before the Big Bang Theory. See, that's what I think it is. I don't think it has anything to do with the Isley, because their songs are fire. But Ron Isley needs to be sold on you. That's what I'm convinced of at this point in time.
Yeah. Yeah, let me ask this, because you're probably right? I just don't like the Isley Brothers. It is what it is. I mean, I don't want to argue with anybody about it. If you think they're great, you think they're great. I think the Isley Brothers are not, right? But when it comes to slow jams, historically, like who can you go to get a good slow jam? Like when you want to hear a good slow jam, as a matter of fact, you would buy it sight unseen. Is there anybody that you could get a good slow jam from sight unseen? Or
Sade.
or I guess it's hear unheard, I guess, in the case where it's music.
I think Sade. Sade, I love her music. Like she just has like mood music, but it's like a lot of her ballads are just she just puts you in the mood, and they don't necessarily have to be baby making music, but it's just like real melodic, real chill. You know, you come home from like a bad day from work, you throwing some Sade, you know, Kiss of Life, or Ordinary Love, Cherish the Day. Like she has like tons of great ballads, and I can listen to her without even knowing the album. But I know it's gonna be great. Sade.
I would say for me it's Joe.
Who?
Joe Thomas.
You don't like
All
Joe?
the things your man won't do, Joe.
You don't like Joe?
The Good Girls, Joe. How could you? I don't understand. Like, how could you not go there? Like,
What? what?
I'm looking at your face. You don't like Joe?
Me, I like Joe.
Oh, okay.
So I'm confused. Like why? Oh, yeah, like are you not agreeing, or is it just one of those things where you looking for more from me? Like
Joe
with slow jams.
let me okay, maybe I asked the question wrong. I need to ask it again. Like, if there is an artist that you can depend on for the consummate slow jam, you'll buy it without even hearing it. You just word of mouth, yo, Joe got, or somebody got a new slow jam out, you would just go buy it. You say Joe?
Absolutely. I'm basing this on the entirety of All That I Am, that album.
Okay.
Right. The follow-up to which was My Name Is Joe. The singles that came out of those songs, like again, All the Things Your Man Won't Do.
Right.
I Want to Know, which is like his biggest hit. I think about
I'm in Love.
His concerts. Well, no, because even like I'm in Love, as good as it was back in the day, it was a mid-tempo song. But like, If Loving You Was Wrong on that album, I Can Do It Right on the Everything album.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there's like songs that I can immediately just like quarterback that, and yeah, we're definitely like, this is definitely a mood setter.
Mm-hmm.
Joe's all right.
And then like the Better Days album, like I think about World of Girls.
Y'all gonna stop disrespecting my guy though. He the slow jam king.
Ooh.
Kells.
No, I was gonna say top three. I'm gonna just say my top three right quick. So first of all, when it comes to slow jams, right, Kel's is number 2 in my mind because Kel's subject matter is always the same and the music is different, right? And for an untrained music person, they're like, oh, all these songs sound different. And no, they all the same. It's just different music, right? For one, if we don't say Johnny Gill, I'm like, yo, what is this conversation even about? Johnny Gill slow jams, Babyface slow jams, Keith
No,
Sweat slow jams.
yeah, I think those are
Lil Durk
universal.
slow jams. I mean,
No, those are universal. I agree with that, but I also feel like too. I think we shine enough light on those guys enough, and I feel like so
in this conversation.
Yeah, in this conversation, we've discussed these guys a lot, in past episodes. So you will have to dig in the crates if you're new to this. If this is your first time streaming, please, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Join us in this conversation of vibes. But
Right.
Go back and you'll understand why I like to switch it up and give different answers to give other people their flowers, because we've discussed these guys not only in perspective, but even dedicated episodes to these guys. And Johnny Gill is such a powerhouse balladeer. Yeah, he's such a powerhouse balladeer. It's like, it's almost like, you know how like sometimes you talk about like, okay, like in sports, we have conversations about who are some of the best players that play for whatever team, whatever, you know what I'm saying, sport it is. And there are guys we leave off because it's like, nah, there's no way they belong. This is just an unfair conversation if I add this name to it. Right? And I think Johnny Gill is one of those guys that you add his name to the conversation, it's unfair to the competition.
It's unfair to Joe, for sure.
It is. It's absolutely unfair. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, those guys deserve their opportunity to get their hand raised every now and then. Because if you start mentioning like, okay, like Donny Hathaway as a vocalist and his
but slow jams, he not in the, because Johnny maybe has like 2 or 3.
He has maybe like 4 overall. If you look at his whole catalog, he might have like 4 that you look at.
4 great slow jams, you mean?
Or
yeah. 4 great songs.
No, 4 great slow jams.
Okay.
No, it's we talking about again. I mentioned names like this, like Marvin Gaye. There's no way I you know what I'm saying, again, as one of my favorites, I can name 4 immediately off of just one album.
Right.
I can't add him to the list continuously. Like every time we talk about slow jams or love songs or anything of that nature, and I keep bringing up Marvin Gaye. Like, okay, there's so many other people in that field. Let me shine a light on them. Because then Marvin Gaye just dominates the conversation. Right. Luther dominates the conversation. King of covers. He'll dominate the conversation. So, like, I want to give, you know what I'm saying, just out of clarity, because I don't think that there's no way you can leave Babyface off that list. Now, you might not consider him one of the greatest vocalists of all times, but his music is timeless. The same way people say that Keith Sweat might not be the greatest singer, but you can't deny or debate his impact when it comes to slow jams. And for me, I just feel like sometimes we have to kind of dig a little bit in the crates to let these people know that, yeah, we have other artists, we have other players on the field, you know what I'm saying, that deserve their opportunity to shine. And so for me, I just decided to pick Joe out of that crate.
I feel you. I feel you, bro. But when it comes to slow jams, bro, I mean, even though I like Joe, there's some, man, there are some people that do slow jams, and I don't even give them credit for being in. Like, for instance, I don't like Marvin Gaye in the slow jam conversation. I like him in the love song conversation, but I don't like him in the slow jam conversation. Like, ooh, nah, that ain't really no slow jam to me. That's like a radio song. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then ain't no mountain high enough. You know, that's a slow song. That's like, well, my uncles and them take out the vinyl and play that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, like Till Tomorrow is a perfect example of a slow jam.
Okay.
And this happened where, again, on the Midnight Love album, on CBS Records. You know, so it's like I said, there's songs from him that I definitely like. Let's Get It On is absolutely like, not only was it a hit single, but it was also one of those like consummate slow jams. Like, you play it, you already know what it is.
Do you like the song Spend the Night?
Yes.
Okay. Right. I think that's a slow jam. I think that's probably the Isley Brothers' greatest song in my mind. The one with Angela Winbush is singing the background vocals on it.
Right.
To me, that's their best song. It's mostly R&B slow jam. Right. And to me, I think that's the pocket they should have probably lived in. If they lived in that pocket, I think there is no conversation about them ever being a top 70 R&B group of all time. I think they're probably somewhere in the top 30.
You know what song from the Isleys, I think? Well, for one, I don't think a lot of people either know it or give it that same level of confidence, but I think it should be in the conversation in terms of slow jams. It's called Groove With You.
Yeah. It's all right. We had this conversation the other day, right? Groove With You. I think, did we play Groove With You on the joint, or was that Voice to Atlantis, or was it?
I think that was Voice to Atlantis we played.
Okay.
I'm about to say there's no way you sit there and
Yeah, all right, bro. I put him in that Williams category.
But even like even Charlie Wilson, I don't think Charlie Wilson with the Gap Band has slow jams. But Charlie Wilson as a solo act off his first album, like Without You is one of my favorite slow jams from him.
Okay. Do you have to get a slow jam from a certain production team? Like, is there a king of slow jam production? Like the dudes that did the joints for Boys II Men. The dude that y'all always mention, I keep forgetting his name. He got like
Dallas
5
Austin?
names. No, the dude
Dallas
that got
Austin?
like 5 names.
Right.
Like, his name is Brian Tyrone Michael.
Brian Michael Cox. Brian Michael Cox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he like the king of slow jams in y'all mind?
No. I think he's underrated. I mean, you could get. I mean, Jermaine Dupri. He did a lot of great slow jams, and he's usually associated with a lot of hip hop artists. You know, I think I would say Babyface, between Babyface and Kells. I think they were like the best R&B producers when it came to like giving people slow jams.
What's the DSJ? What's the greatest Babyface slow jam?
Oh, you put me on the spot like that. Oh man.
Yeah, like just like that.
For me, I would probably say Soon As I Get Home.
Oh, that is a fire slow jam. I ain't gonna front, bro. You'll take that over Lady Du Jour by Johnny Gill?
Over it, no, but I would have him competing for sure.
Oh, Lady DeJoy is oof. Try
Like, I'll give you a problem. I don't like Lady Du Jour over. If we're talking about Johnny Gill, I don't like Lady Du Jour over There You Go.
Oh, I love both of them, bro. Oh,
I don't like Lady Du Jour over Love in the Elevator.
mm.
And again, it's not to say Lady Du Jour ain't a great song. I love that song.
Lady DeJoy.
I just love There You Go a little bit more. I just love Love in the Elevator just a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying? My is like, I just love that a little bit more.
See, I think My is the quintessential slow jam. I think when you think about if you think about a slow jam, and as soon as you hear the words, slip on that red dress and put on those high heels, or put on that red dress and slip on those high heels, as soon as you hear that, you like, oh, whoever did this is,
You already looking for your dance partner.
yeah, this is way better than End of the Road, right? This song is way better than End of the Road. It's more sensuous. It's like that cool, relaxed vibe that Babyface portray. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's so smooth, and it's like when you listen to My, it's like you're overhearing a conversation. You're witness to something special, right? It's like one of those songs where it's like you wish you were smooth enough to come up with words to say that to your lady, right? Whereas End of the Road is like dun 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 ooh ooh ooh. Okay, yeah. It's like this song was made in a factory. Sure, it's popular, right? It's popular, but it's like, yeah, this joint made in the factory, man. This is a Babyface special right here. This.
It sounds like, yeah, like an order, like a cook order. Pick it up.
Yeah, it's a DiGiorno. Right? Is it, am I? Oh, did the End of the Road hit y'all in a different way?
I think that's a great ballad. That's a classic ballad. They don't make ballads like that anymore.
For a reason.
I think it was a good ballad, but I think it got I think the overplay of it, the success of it, kind of diluted how good the song was.
Yeah, I think that song.
Like, you know how some songs are like great as like album cuts, like deep album cuts. It's like when you hear it, it's like, I don't know why this isn't a single.
Yeah.
Right.
And some songs like yeah. And then it's like when you got some songs that are singles, it's like, man, I could have picked something better.
I mean, they did that with a lot of Whitney ballads. Shoot, I Will Always Love You.
Yeah.
Those are overplayed.
But see, but the thing is with that song, there is a part in that song that's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like people don't remember Lisa Fisher, right? But she's got a classic song that has a part in it that's iconic.
Right.
Right? Like there are people that have songs that you remember them for it, Taking My Time by After 7. There's a part in that song that's iconic, right? But End of the Road, spinning and around and around, is that the iconic part?
That's the iconic part. When Wanye goes, I mean, for me, when Wanye goes off, I think Wanye killed that song.
That dude,
I think that was good.
The classic, tear your shirt open, throw your arms apart, look in the sky. Yeah, that's iconic. Not for me, bro, because I see it in every R&B video. So it's so I mean,
you are hard on these songs now.
yeah, because remember the conversation we were having the other night about how there is so much music that's slept on because we instantly crowned somebody the greatest without listening
Right.
to the rest of the pack. Right. That's
Right.
the reason why.
But
That's the reason why I'm like that. It's not
when,
because
when
I'm a
we
hater.
when we listen to the rest of the pack, and they're not bringing consistently what artists like Boyz II Men brought, or Jodeci, or R. Kelly. We already know, like, who's gonna be here for a long time and who ain't.
I feel you. I feel you. But DSJ, I understand where Try's coming from, right? And respectfully, when we lived in the era where we had to buy the whole album, I would agree with Triborough. But we live in a playlist era where I can go on Apple right now and buy songs individually. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to
Right.
buy the whole Black Flames album. I could just buy the Watching You remake. And people are going to ask, who the Black Flames? Exactly. They put out a good album. They had that one song that played on the radio, but if you didn't go buy the album, you don't know that the album is great. The record company might have made the wrong choice of the single to put out, right? People like, yeah, Watching You was all right. It's an old Steve Arrington cover. Walking down the street, watching ladies go about watching you. The Black Flames redo it, right? 5-6 years after the original song come out, and then people are like, yeah, that's a cute little joint, but I like the Rude Boys. So now you buy the Rude Boys over the Black Flames, and now people don't even know who the Black Flames are, right? Like, or Whistle. Like, people like Whistle has a R&B album, right? And people be like, bugging? You want me to buy? About to take seriously. I'm only bugging. That's Whistle, right? That was early Whistle. Late Whistle is more R&B. You know what I'm saying? But you're not gonna buy that because we assume that since Jodeci is the GOAT, you know what I'm saying, I can't buy Whistle or In Phase or Intro, right? Or Ideal, right? Because I can't buy Ideal or Intro because I have to buy Keep By Me, and me, the Bobby, and so you know what I'm saying? That's why I get like that. I'm not saying these things just to be hateful or spiteful. I feel like there's a ocean, a universe of great music out there, and if you just stay in one area of the ocean, you can't. If you don't explore, you don't find. Or here's one for you, DSJ. You don't rediscover great music, because there's some music out there that all of us have heard maybe years ago, and since we explore so much that we forget about some of the stuff that we listened to, and then when we go back and hear it again, we forget that there are groups out there like Shy.
Right.
That's why I'm like, when we talk about the Isley Brothers, I'm like, they all right. The Isley Brothers ain't hitting on nothing. They ain't, what they hitting for? They ain't hitting on nothing. They all right. We gonna talk about
Some people might say the same thing about like a group like Shy, and I don't think that's fair to a group like them because they're short lived.
Right.
Or
D-Train.
Right.
Right. Or Slave. Or Tavares.
I was just about to say them. Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why. So it sounds like I'm a hater. I'm actually an advocate for those groups that are getting overlooked, because the more time goes by, the more they're forgotten about, because more groups come out every day.
Right.
So the more and more groups come out, the more those groups back then they get forgotten about. Like how we don't even talk about the Four Tops like that.
Right.
So if I sound like a hater, it's not out of that. I'm not gonna spend energy hating. Loving is easier. Loving takes less energy than hating does. You know what I'm saying? So,
but getting over Ron Isley's face takes just a little bit more time. I get it. I understand.
he looked like that dude he looked like the California Raisin. That's just what it is. You can't help it.
Ron Isley to me looks like Slides from Thundercats.
Wow.
Throw a wig on that frog.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm only joking. Shout out to Ron Isley and the Isley Brothers. Thank you for your contribution to music.
They have 70 years of music, bro. They yeah. They are the Chuck Taylors of sneakers, bro.
Nah, yeah, I could get that. I could dig that.
Soul Fingers in the building, salute.
What's happening, fellas?
Shout out to Soulfinger, aka Swagoo.
Swagoo in the building.
What's been going on,
Bro, we're having the slow jam conversation.
okay.
Like I want to do a slow jam draft, right? But we're kind of like distinguishing like what's a great slow jam and what's not. Like I think it can, if we're talking about a group, man, what group puts out better slow jams than maybe the OJs, the Spinners, the Delphonics?
You got that, but you also got Guy. I mean, I'm probably coming in to the end of this, late to the party, but Guy. I mean, still got. What else we got? Yeah, it's late, so my brain ain't working like it should. But who else you got? The Deal.
Them brothers were.
They made some stuff at a time. I'ma always be biased towards my favorite group, Levert.
Levert has great love songs and great slow jams, bro.
Yes, indeed.
Written and produced. Yeah, like even the Rude Boys written all over your face. One of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah. They wrote Mamacita
Right.
for True.
Yep.
As soon as you hear the drums come in, you're like, oh, that's a hit. Smash off rip. Shout out to Mark Gordon. Yeah, man. So yeah, try. That's what I'm saying. I'm not like I don't want to come across like that, but there are so many. Like when it comes to slow jams, man, Johnny Gill to me is like that in that place. But you know who else has a bunch of great slow jams, and they're known for it? They ruled the '80s.
Right. Yeah.
Alexander O'Neal and Freddie Jackson.
I'm glad you said Alexander O'Neal. Yeah, Alexander O'Neal was the bad man.
Yeah. I mean, that's so when DSJ said Joe, it kind of struck me a little bit because I like Joe, but I might need some convincing on Joe.
I'm with DSJ though. I like, hey, Joe's a bad man.
Joe's good. But to say him over R. Kelly though is like, or say him not over. I'm sorry. Say him before he said R. Kelly. I'm sorry. He said him before he said R. Kelly. That's what I was like.
Yeah, like I said, there's just some people that's just automatic, and I don't want to take away from the greatness of Joe because I already know. Like again, despite what anybody wants to say, despite the scandal, I advocate for the artist's music, and R. Kelly is still the king of R&B, despite the fact that he no longer makes music because of his incarceration.
Over Jacquees.
Yeah. Oh,
over who? Jacquees? I forgot about that. I forgot about that young brother. You know what? My apologies, Jacquees. What was I thinking to put R. Kelly over you, sir? I'm bugging. Yeah. With a straight face.
Where does Neo fall in this conversation?
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you forgot one cat already. Ice JJ Fish.
Yeah, I see. See, there you go. Okay, so now I got to switch the crown on somebody else's head. All right,
See,
all
the
right.
crowd can't even Ice JJ Fish. He do gospel now, bro. So I can't even. I don't know.
Hey,
No,
he's all
that's all
around.
right.
He's showing. Hey,
Al Green got got that too.
hmm
He could
hey,
wear both crowns.
he's just showing how versatile he is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I I'm gonna throw down the official gauntlet. Right. I'd like to do a slow jams draft. I'm gonna challenge you three brothers on national TV to see who can do the best slow jams list. Right. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. We'll go, and usually I ask Triborough to go first in a lot of these because I feel like he has the most diverse, the most wide ranging music taste, right? Like for whatever reason, Triborough just knows more about more different types of music than me because I like to stay in a certain part of the spectrum when it comes to that. But I'm going to ask DSJ to go first, Soulfinger to go second, Triborough to go third, and I'll go fourth, right? And now that we set the boundaries of the slow jam, we each get 7 slow jams, right? 7 of them. So be mindful. Once you say your 7, you can't give any other answers away. Like, man, I meant to say such and such, right? So we'll do the draft starting with DSJ. I'm just going to give DSJ a few moments to think about what slow jam he wants to be the number 1 pick in the all-time slow jams draft. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the official all-time slow jams draft. DSJ has the first pick. Soulfinger has the number 2 pick, and we'll proceed like that. And no, we're not going to do a snake draft where a person gets 2 picks back to back. What we'll do is do a typewriter draft, basically. So let me do this. All right, I'm going to make the spreadsheet here for us. Right, so we'll do that. I'm going to put it. I'll put it on the screen that way. Y'all will kind of see how this thing is going to work. Right, so that we'll do this. We go steel. So right, do that. Number that. 7. And mind you, the pressure is on because the official answers are the official answers, right? The official joint, that's the official, what you say is what you say, right? And so let me do this. I'm just going to try to do this a little bit. My knees up a little bit so that these can be distinct. Okay. And no pressure, everybody. No pressure. But this is going to be, I'm going to save it. save it for future conversation. All right. Now with that, fellas, is there anything y'all want to say before we start the all-time slow jams draft? Is there something that we should add?
Find your partner.
All right. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Respectfully, everybody, I want to give everybody time to think about. You don't have to be in a rush. Like when it's your turn, you don't have to feel like there's some pressure to hurry up and get it done. You know what I'm saying? We want to kind of do it a little timely just so that we can talk about it afterwards. But at the same time, we want to make sure that, we don't be unfair to everybody. So, all right. So, Triborough, what do you think about the all-time slow jams draft? 28 songs. Is 28 songs fair?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do this, and I probably should have did this. Let me do this. Oh, there we are. Let me do this. And then do this. Just gonna format it a little bit different so that we can put for people that's tracking, what we'll do is do song and artist, and then we'll do it like this. All right, and then do that. And then do this. Okay. Copy. Paste. All right. All right. Is there some type of thing that we should be aware of to keep it fair? Everything. So we covered all the rules. All the rules covered.
Mm-hmm. The only question I got is: are we talking about you said all-time love songs? So we're talking about, as in, the I love you, spend your lifetime with, or don't be knocking at this door because there's all kinds of debauchery going on type love song.
Oh, you're talking about the slow jam rule. Okay. So before you got here, we spoke briefly about what slow jams are in our opinion. Mm-hmm. And so in our opinion, there's a difference between slow jams and love songs. Mm-hmm. Right. And so what we want to do is speak to, say, just the slow jams, like in your mind, what's a slow jam in your mind?
Well, see, I always see, like I said, I can go right to Levert. They got all kinds of slow tracks. I can't say one of the, well,
we'll give you an example.
What in the way you guys talking about? Just give me a song, couple of songs, and then I'll be good because everybody look at it a different way.
So here's the thing. These are the parameters, right? And I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I overheard a lady one time saying her favorite slow jam is a song that goes, "Boy, you should know that you on my mind, a secret admirer. I've been watching you." Immediately when I told that story, it was like, "Nah, that's not a slow jam."
No, it's not.
But then on the other end of that, we were like, Babyface produced a song, and the dude started the song like, "Put on that red dress and slip on that high heels." It's slip on those high heels because we're about to do what you know what I'm saying? We know, we acknowledge not only could that be a love song, but it's a slow jam, because when you have a special moment, that is your jam, right? Anniversary by Tony is a jam, because even though you heard the song before, it's like your jam, right? But it's a slow one. Like, there is a song called Slow Jam. Play another slow jam. This time, make it sweet. Another slow jam. Ooh. Yeah, we already heard. Everybody heard it before, you know. So that's what we going with it. Like, legit, it can be a love song, but it's a slow jam too. Like,
I think Beauty was a perfect example. Drew Hill Beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another, like an example of a old school slow jam is Stairway to Heaven, right? It's not a love song. They talking about bumping up. They talking about hitting the noonie, and Stairway to Heaven. You're like, girl, I'm going to take you to a place, right? That's what you know what I'm saying. So yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I'm good now.
It's hard to define. A slow jam is hard to define, but we know what it is, though. You feel me? So with that said, if there are no other questions, let's
do it.
I'm gonna ask DSJ to start us off with the number one pick in the all-time slow jams draft. DSJ selects
"Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye.
This dude know what he doing. Golly, I thought I was gonna win. Oh, don't want to do that. All right. Soul Finger.
Well, I'm already going right to my favorite group, Levert, Rope-a-Dope Style. I've Been Waiting.
With the number 2 pick in the all-time slow jams draft, Soul Finger selects I've Been Waiting. Let me format this better. All right. With the number 3 pick, is on the Triborough Gigolo. With the field wide open, sir, it is on you. What is your pick for the third pick?
Michael Jackson, "The Lady in My Life."
Dang, you cannot go wrong by picking Mike. Golly. All right, so I have the field wide open now, right? So some time to think about this, and I know I'm gonna overthink this. Everybody, chat, y'all help me. I'm asking for y'all help. I know what song I want to go with right now, right? But I need y'all help. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna go with my first mind. I'm gonna go with my first round, with my first mind. With the last pick in the first round of the all-time slow jams draft, Uncle Freezy is gonna select "Can You Stand the Rain."
That was on my list.
I bash these brothers, and then as soon as I get the opportunity to pick them, I pick them. So just to recap, as drafted by music experts, right? As drafted by music experts, song number 1 is undeniable, "Let's Get It On." Right? Song number 2, undeniable. Undeniable, man. I've Been Waiting. Right? Song number 3, "Lady in My Life." Golly. And song number 4, to end the first round of the all-time slow jams draft is "Can You Stand the Rain?" All right, so just to recap, I want to ask y'all opinion. When y'all heard, and I'm gonna just open this up to everybody. When y'all heard the other experts' song, what immediately went through your mind? What was y'all first thought when y'all heard them? When y'all heard their songs?
He took my song. I had no audition written down, and I was like, damn, I know somebody's gonna take that.
Right.
I mean, they all classic. They all great.
I just commend the choices, and I'm sure that a lot of these choices were well thought, as opposed to just I'm gonna shoot from the hip and hope that it sticks. Like, no, we're not doing that. These are thoughtful songs with a premise of if I was making this list for somebody else.
Right.
Like, this is if you don't knock this out the park with this playlist,
yeah,
you might as well just go ahead and join the convent, because there's no way.
Yeah. If you can't knock this out the park, your knocker must be broke.
Well, the thing is, if you using these songs, just say these 4 songs, you put them in a flow, and you trying to do a few things, you're gonna have a successful night.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness.
Your night will end at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
For the third time.
For the third time in a row. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a feeling, regardless who went first, "Let's Get It On" was gonna be the number 1 pick.
That's an all-time classic.
It's
all-time classic. Because I'm gonna tell you now, every time I've been now, dating myself, when you made tapes or you made your CDs, that has been on. And everybody on this panel has put that on a tape or a CD when they made their tracks.
Yeah.
It's so many ways you can go with that.
Yeah. Bro, I ain't gonna front, bro. Let's Get It On. It was, as a matter of fact, it was so easy of a pick. I think it might not have even been fair.
Oh, you threw him a meat. That was a meatball. That was an easy meatball right there. He just lobbed it over. That was right out the park.
Yeah. And Lady in My Life is
undeniable.
Man, Lady in My Life is so slept on, bro.
No, Lady in My Life is a monster.
Yeah, it's you know what?
And
Lady in My Life is like a Godzilla movie. Like, it's slept on, but it's not slept on at the same time. You feel me?
What is the thing? Not everybody can sing that song. That's one reason. because people scared, you know, most you have to be able to sing, not sing the same to do that because of what Mike did.
Yeah. 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 I'm gonna grab a water right quick. I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to think about what song y'all wanna do for round 2. Just give me a split second.
No, I'm all ready for round 2. So I'm probably
Yeah,
gonna say my round 2, if it survived to my pick, was probably say that should have been my 1. But my 1, I always tell you, man, Levert is one of my favorites, man. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of magic has happened because of For Real Though. And
For Real Those, For Real Those are such a dope album.
Man, look, For Real Though, but in Rope-a-Dope Style was For Real Though was my album.
Yeah.
Rope-a-Dope Style though. People, oh boy. When I understood the power of the voice, I was like, oh yeah. But like you said with Marvin though, you know, Marvin was so silky smooth. He could sing the menu at McDonald's and he gonna have panty draws flying through the air.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's funny because like even with the idea of slow jams, right? So like Marvin's BPM is mid-tempo,
Mm-hmm.
but the way he delivers it makes it slow jam.
Mm-hmm.
Prime example is I Want You. This won't be on my list.
See.
Because I'm trying to be as fair as possible. But if we're listening to that song with a woman in our presence,
Yeah.
there's no way you're not sliding over, putting that arm around her, and probably making a move. A move. It ain't gotta be the move, but a move.
The thing is a lot of the tracks, you know, and this man saying you gotta know how to talk through your music. You know, and a lot of some people, what you mean talk, because you can put the subliminal messages through the tracks that you lay.
Yeah.
That you lay on a tape or a CD. You know.
Right.
You have startup, then you have the intro track or is getting into something, then you get to the middle, something, you know, it should be really getting warm. And then when you get towards that back on the end, you know, it's like a movie.
Right. Well, let me do this. DSJ, I think what we'll do is we'll start the second round, right? And then once we get to the second round, we'll be almost on the verge of the top 10 slow jams of all time. But DSJ has the honor again here with the song that he selects will be a top 5 slow jam of all time. So DSJ with the honor of the first pick in the second round. What's your choice?
All right, this is my Kyrie move to the basket. Insatiable by Prince.
Ooh, you dirty mother. Oh, see. That was a kidney punch.
Wow.
Yeah, he came. Hey, see, you went. See, I should have known DSJ coming with both barrels and a grenade up in there. So okay, I see what you're doing. Okay.
DSJ nasty.
Yeah, that's foul. I thought we were better than that, man.
Yeah.
That's going straight jugular. So
yeah, man.
So, but I'm glad. I mean, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was great. That
ain't one a good one. That was a hell of a one.
Let me do this soul finger. The pick is on you. No rush.
Fire and Desire, Rick James, Tina Marie.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Yeah.
Oh, you dirty motherfucker! Okay.
Love them and leave them. That was my claim to fame.
Okay. Now I gotta rethink this thing now. Golly, so
hey, man, look. I know. See, hey, the DSJ. Hey, it wasn't me. It's DSJ. DSJ want. Hey, he want everybody to bring it up because also you got Triborough. See, this is man, Triborough been sitting over there quiet, meditating and stuff over there, man. So I already know he about to come with something. So I gotta, hey, if you're gonna be a monkey, be a gorilla.
Right. Okay. All right. That was mad sneaky, but okay. It's a draft, so you know how it is at a draft. You can't have anything in your mind because somebody will steal it. No, that's just Triborough. So your pick in the second round is up. What direction are you going in?
I got George Michael, Careless Whisper.
What's the song? I'm sorry.
Wham is Wham, Careless Whisper. But, George Michael.
Oh, Careless Whisper.
Yeah.
That's a track for you.
Okay. Wow.
If you don't cue in that saxophone right now,
I'm stuck at a spot, man. And so tag, man. The number 8 slow jam of all time. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go with a cover. I'm gonna go with Ribbon in the Sky by Intro.
Great pick. Great pick.
That's to me, it's a very slept on song because it's a great song, but we don't think of it much until we think of, well, I can't even say that, but I'll just keep my mouth shut. I'll just keep my mouth shut. Because I don't.
When you said that, I got the stink face right after you said that. You made me get the stink face. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Oh, okay. That's that counter. See, that's that counter because I came with the Rick. I see what you're doing. You and DSJ. See, because of DSJ, but I see what you're doing, freak. I see what you're doing. And see, Triborough. You think you slick. I see what you did too. I ain't gonna let you slide. See, you over there thinking I see what you're doing.
I'm just trying to cover different errors. That's all.
Oh, don't worry.
Triborough went to the careful craftsmanship, the songwriting element of Lady in My Life. Great songwriter, great singer, great producer, means this song, Yeah. DSJ, you ready for your pick in the third round?
I am. This is going to be my James Harden crossover Wesley Johnson step back 3.
All right.
Get ready to make the face when I say Fortunate by Maxwell.
Oh, you dirty mother.
Oh,
He
wow.
took one from me. He took one from me. I was holding onto my bag.
Wow.
Oh, you dirty. Oh, DSJ.
I ain't even gonna front. I love this song, but this song never even crossed my mind.
It was on mine. It was in there. It was on my mind. Ooh,
and it's not because the song's
nuts.
not great. I'm sorry, Sophie.
No, I'm just saying, ooh, uppercut to the baby nuts, DSJ.
The reason why it didn't cross my mind is because, not because I don't think it's great, is because you know how sometimes you overthink stuff. You know how you reach so far. You know how you be looking you know how you be looking for your car keys all over the house and they in your pocket. That is what Fortunate is. So.
Well, when I come up, see, I'm gonna go in and get I'm gonna pull a Triborough move when it's my time. Oh, is it my turn?
Yes, sir.
Is on moi?
Yep.
Okay. So Triborough went with Wham, right?
Mhm.
Back in the 80s, right, Triborough?
Yep.
Well, I'll raise you Wham. I'll give you Wham, but I'll raise you Spandau Ballet.
Oh man,
True.
classic. It's a good one.
I love that song, bro. I ain't gonna front. I love that song, man. I ain't even gonna front. I don't know why this is capital. Why is that capitalized?
That was a great choice. That was a great choice. I like that choice.
Yeah.
You know, I could go there.
Capitalized. Why is that? Yo, watch this. Watch this, yo. I'm gonna. Is this telling me that Soulfinger is the winner? Y'all see how I have it right there? Watch this. I'll leave it like
they wanted to be an emphatic.
I'll let them have. Hey, they can have it. They can have it. So, all right, Triborough, it's on you.
All right. I'm gonna go with Stevie Wonder Overjoyed.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Let's see. Wow. That's a great joint. I ain't gonna front. Let's try it one more time, see if it'll do. It's just staying, bro. It's True wants to be emphatic. It just wants to be emphatic. So dang, that's a great joint, man. The last great slow jam of round 3, according to Uncle Freezy. To me, it has to be this. I can't go any further without this. It has to be Anniversary. Right? Tomorrow will come, and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary.
Great pick. That's a good solid pick. That is a solid pick.
Yeah. I can't remember how to spell a name, man. I'm just putting a bunch of I don't know. I'm gonna just
you got it. You got it.
Okay. Ooh. Every time I think of slow jams, I personally think of that. I'm not saying that everybody does. But fellas, there are only 16 spots left for slow jams. Now, mind you, with 16 spots left, that means someone is going to be left off the list. Right? DSJ is your pick for you have the first pick in the 4th round. And keep in mind that you only have 4 picks left.
Yeah. So let's not play around with it. Let me shoot from the logo and go, hey, Mr. DJ, Slow Jam by R. Kelly and the Public Announcement.
Oh, wow.
How can I not have a song called Slow Jam for a slow jam list when it is a slow jam?
It is called Slow Jam, right?
Yep. Hey, Mr. DJ, Slow Jam.
Hey, Mr. DJ, how about you slow this party down? Yeah. Oh man, golly, bro. I think we headed in a direction now. Oh man, we are headed in a direction. All right.
I'm sorry, it's called Slow Dance, but again, we know what it is.
Yeah, we know what it is.
Okay, that's what I thought. I love the song regardless of what we call it, but I know what song you're talking about. So, All right. And so it is on Soul Finger.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go and get it out the way. TP, come and go with me.
Come on over to my place.
I don't know why this song was not a first round pick. Oh man. So hey, Soulfinger, I think this song should have been a first round pick, man. I probably should have picked that song in the first round.
Well, I figured somebody would have jumped on TP right off the rip, but he was sitting around, so I was like, you know what? Let me get it in now.
Right. Try no pressure, but the pick is on you.
I got Bobby Caldwell, but you didn't leave.
Oh wow. Oh my gosh. You just made my decision difficult because I had a song stored and I got to go with it now because if I don't, I think somebody's going to steal it.
That's a good one.
I wanted this song to be my 7th round pick, but now
Okay. Hold on. Before you go further, I have to know from your opinion, from your standpoint, the better version of Sarah's Smile. Is it the Hall & Oates version, the original, or the After 7 cover?
I gotta go with the original.
I had somebody asked me that years ago.
I mean, they both, but good God.
I think the harmonies of After 7 is better. Right. If I'm thinking about it correctly, if I remember correctly, right? Because I hadn't heard it. I don't know if in my mind I can't recall it. I know I heard it before. Right?
Before you stick with the Hall & Oates, all I'm gonna say is give it a listen.
Right.
Compare and contrast, and off of that you can make your choice. I agree with the song. I struggle with the artist.
What?
I'm not. This is not to discredit Hall & Oates because Hall & Oates are a fantastic duo. This
Trevor,
is not
what are we listening to?
This is not about questioning Hall & Oates. This is about which version is better.
DSJ, I don't know. I'm officially on the spot. I don't know. I don't know. The only reason why I even added it here as the 16th best slow jam of all time is because I was afraid that somebody would steal it from me. Right? I love the song. I think it's the quintessential slow jam. I think it teeters on the verge of being a love song. I think it is a love song, but it is a jam at the same time. Like it wouldn't be a jam. Like the Boondocks wouldn't have put it in a cartoon if it wasn't a jam. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like one of those things where it's like, oh. I'll tell you what though, I'll consider that a homework assignment.
Okay, I got you.
I'll consider that a homework assignment. I'll do that on this show. Like we'll once we get to the mesh point where we just go all X, I'll play it so we can listen to it together. But you are on the clock, sir. It's your pick.
Okay, so get ready for me to.
You have 3 picks left now.
I do. So I'm preparing you guys because this right now is my Mike Tyson double duck, left hook to the body. You and I by Jodeci.
Mm, mm,
Okay.
mm.
Okay. See, that's dirty. You know that's my favorite Jodeci joint, bro. Trumper, you see why doing a all-time draft is slimy, bro? Like, how this dude gonna take the joint? This dude never even heard the song until I put him on it.
Oh, is that what it is? I never had the album. You know what I'm saying? I never chose that, and I never chose those two songs that came. I've been waiting, and you and I as songs that should have been singles.
You remember when we first had a conversation 2 years ago? I was like,
Yeah,
it's a travesty that two of the greatest songs that came from a certain era were not released as singles. And
I've been waiting. I've been waiting to you and I. Yeah.
No. Listen, it was You and I by Jodeci and Trying Times by Boyz II Men.
Right. I remember that conversation.
Yeah.
And I was saying even then that as far as those two songs, yeah, those should have been singles.
Right.
And I said that in terms of that, I also agreed, and I also said as a caveat, which is why I kept on saying that the Jodeci album side A alone is the best album. Because once you switch to side B, the only song on there that you really care about is Times We Share.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was always an advocate for that because I said that I've been waiting, and you and I are absolutely slept on. You never hear anybody talk about it, but I talk about it. And then when you brought it up, it was like, finally,
Oh yeah, You and I is my cut.
somebody understands.
Yes.
Somebody finally gets it.
Yep.
You and I was my cut on that album. I was like, oh, they had cuts, but that was my cut right there. I had the 12s. I had the 12 screaming with that one.
Yeah, man.
So
I can't
guess I'm
believe
up
he
next.
stole this song from me.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, DSJ. Now I got to think.
I'm gonna be common, real common. This here track been sitting out here. It's one of the greatest collabs ever done by one of the greatest music minds to ever put these cats together. Secret Garden.
What the fuck? What did you say?
Secret Garden. I'm surprised it lasted that long.
Bro, that's the song. And yeah, you and DSJ, bro. I promise you. I was like, okay, he got You and I, as long as he didn't say Secret Garden.
Is this a standing 8 count? Is that what this is? Are we at a standing 8 count?
Hey,
don't call it a comeback, bro.
Hey, I'm just saying. DSJ went there. I'm going. Hey, look, I know I'm trying to be all over the place. Triborough. See, Triborough. I almost went back in them 80s on you, Triborough, because it's something else.
I know.
I almost went. I went in the 80s, but I was about to go a little further with something. But I'm gonna hold on because now I got 3 left. I got to get real stingy.
See, now
so much out there.
Dang, he said Secret Garden. I wanted to cuss so bad, man, at Soul Fingerpole. How you gonna take Secret Garden? Okay, all right.
Hey, look, because I'm gonna tell you.
Up here. Now I gotta go with
hey, look, you gotta protect your neck, and I'm out here because y'all out here head hunting and stuff. Y'all, it's not slapping heads and taking names. Y'all coming off with the head, man.
Bro.
You know, see, GSJ threw the gauntlet down. And see, Triborough sitting over there, man, being the silent assassin over there. When he went there on that wham, I said, okay, now we know. Yeah, so I had to let him.
Boundaries on.
Yeah, you know, and then see, Freezy, you like to come up with them ringers, you know, you come up left field. So, and you know, I open it up with Levert and say, oh, he gonna go that way. But so I had to come with, you gotta make me bring some heat. And see, I'm half tired, been up since 3:30 this morning, and you got me in my bag, trying to get in my bag off the top. Man, look, y'all ain't playing. And I ain't been on vibes in a minute. I ain't been around. Y'all ain't playing. Y'all ain't right.
Yeah, man.
You ain't right. But see, again, if you're gonna be a monkey, be a gorilla, and I'm gonna have to be a silverback, taking on 100 men.
Taking on 100 men. Yep. Yeah. Try what you thinking, Try?
I got Lisa all cried out.
Ooh. See? Oh, that's a good counter. That's a good counter. That's a good counter. That's a good counter. Freezy, are you telling us that we kind of stashing stuff up that you had in mind?
No, this one was not on my mind until Triborough said it. And I'm not saying that this song is not great, because it is, but just like when DSJ said "fortunate,"
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying. You know how you try so hard and the answer is right there in front of you. Wow. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Before we go further, Triborough.
Uh-huh.
I have to ask the same question I asked Uncle Freezy to you.
Okay.
Who had the better version of this song? Lisa and Cult Jam, or Allure featuring 112?
I like the Lisa one. I think I like that one. That's the one I grew up on first. Was that one? 10-4 Force was a part of that too. And then Allure was later, but I like the Lisa one first.
I'm just giving y'all hints now. At this point, I want you to know that these are hints. I'm throwing out a hint.
I see.
Get ready for the listen, get ready at this point for the trick shot by Sugar Ray once I make this piss.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna say this to your question, to the question about All Cried Out. If Allure could have did the song with Full Force, I would have preferred that one. Right. I don't like 112 being on that All Cried Out version. And there's no disrespect to 112. Right. What year did this come out? 96? All Cried Out.
Like 96, 97, yeah.
What male group? Jagged Edge. Say if it was Allure and Jagged Edge. I think we still.
I don't think they were out though. I think Jagged Edge was like 97, 98.
Jagged Edge came out 97, 98 time frame, yeah.
97, 98. Okay, so what male group? Boys to Men? Allure and Boys to Men.
Or maybe if you just switch the lead singer, if Slim didn't lead, or maybe it was Q or Deron, it would have been because I honestly feel like that might have been the turning point. If you chose a different lead, you might have had a different opinion.
And the reason why I say that is not because I dislike the lead singer from 112. I just think that there is no difference in the voices. Both voices, the lady is up here, and then the dude is up here. It's the reason why I don't like the song "We Can't Be Friends" by
Rail and
Deborah Cotton,
because she basically had the stronger voice, even though it's a great song, right? But y'all ain't ready to stall me. I'm ready to fight back. I'm ready to fight back for real, bro. Y'all ain't ready to put me in no corner. I forgot the name of the group. The name of the group is
Mint Condition.
That's Mint Condition. Yeah. I gotta have some kind of respect.
So how do we feel about Stokely right now?
He all right. He all right. He got a top 20 slow jam of all time. He all right.
Yes. So I ask questions about covers, right? I'm a very strategic person whenever I have a conversation. It ain't just trolling all the time.
Okay.
So get ready for that trick punch from Sugar. Love Won't Let Me Wait, cover by Luther Vandross.
Mm.
Get back in that corner.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me do
Uh, see, I got 3 left, right?
two.
I got to the 2.
Two left. Yeah. DSJ has 1 left.
Oh, see. Okay. This is where it gets real nasty and sticky. I'm going to go. Damn. You know what? Bump it. Floetry, say yes.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Now okay. The gloves are officially off, right? Because the gloves are officially, because not only are we picking great songs now, like some of these songs deserve credit. Yeah, man. Okay. I can't believe that dude says Secret Garden in front of my face, though, bro. Yeah, I'm so mad at that shit. Hey, yeah, I'm so fucking mad, bro. I've been saving. I was saving Secret Garden where Sarah Smile is at. I was gonna say Secret Garden, but I didn't think. I thought somebody was gonna say Sarah Smile because of Bobby Caldwell. And come to find out, nobody went back down that road. I should have said Secret Garden in that spot.
Yeah, Triborough got a lot of sneaky humble picks in there. Like a lot of those low key, like, damn, that's a good one. Damn, that's a good one. Hey, that's like, all right. Yeah,
Overjoy is fire, bro.
sneaky humble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overjoy, to me, it can't
Mhm.
be a top, it can't be a first round pick because there are only 4 picks in the first round. But if this was like 10 people doing this, Overjoy should have been a first round pick, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's on you, Triborough, whenever you're ready.
I hmm. I'm gonna go with Prince, the Beautiful Ones.
Oh, he got me. Oh, he shot me in the ass.
Baby, baby, baby.
Oh, you shot me in the ass.
Which one you said? You said
Prince, the
Oh,
Beautiful Ones.
the beautiful ones. That's what I was gonna come around with the last swing. I was gonna slide that in.
Oh,
I
man.
love that, bro.
That was my favorite. That's my favorite, all-time favorite right there. I mean, Prince got tracks, but that is my track.
That's
right
one of
there,
my favorite Prince tracks.
dog. Oh, he shot me in the ass. I feel like Denzel in Training Day. Oh, you shot me in the ass, Jake. Or in this case, oh, he shot me in the ass, Triborough.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I
You
don't
want to
know.
go home or you want to go to jail?
See, I gotta flip over some rocks. It's one I'm thinking about, but I don't know.
I don't know where I should go with this. I think I know where I want to go with it, but I have 3 songs and 2 slots left.
Shit, I got one track left.
I'm gonna do the obvious. I'm gonna do the obvious one here.
Go with the safe one.
And then if y'all pick the song I have last, then at least it made the list. So I'm going with "The House Is Not a Home" by Luther Vandross. I think the live version, and listen, the live version of this song is the greatest song I have ever heard live. Like, no performer has ever done a service to their song live like Luther Vandross used to do to "A House Is Not a Home." Right? Like, legit, he did the joint to Dionne Warwick, and Dionne Warwick was sitting there watching him, and you like, bro, this lady knows that song, even though that's her song, it will never ever be her song ever again. Right? When Luther did that song, she was like, "Hey, man, hey, that is no longer my song. That's your song." But when you watch him, DSJ, y'all got a house of blues where y'all at?
No, but we got a Mondrell's social lounge. It's a
we got House of Blues out here.
Okay. I saw Luther Vandross perform that song in House of Blues, bro. And man, listen, Mocha was going in her pocketbook. I was like, put that money back. Luther Vandross don't need no damn money. You about to tip this man? A house is not a home. I mean, come on. And the joint was fire, though. The joint fire. But man, listen. To me, any slow jam tape that doesn't have "A House Is Not a Home" on it, just a bunch of music. So, but DSJ, here's your finisher. Here's your DDT, your sweet chin music. Here's your RKO. Here's your sleeper hole. Here's your sharpshooter. With your last spot, which song are you ready to unveil your last song?
I am ready.
Okay. Ready to learn? I'm ready.
I'm glad you went there, because you may be young, but you're ready in his eyes. Right in a wrong way. Keith Sweat.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that's a good one. Yeah, he went to some things. That's something to go with. That Keith Sweat. Yeah.
I think DSJ might have left the door open for me to take this over and win. You might have left, because "Right and Wrong Way" is definitely classic. But I think I have a sneaky.
It's a daggone shame. Damn, I wish I could have. Man,
Nah, don't do that now, because you stole my desire. You stole my desire, and now.
Hey, well, no, I'm just saying it's
okay.
It's me coming down, because I was leaning towards the Sweat track. It wasn't. I mean, "Right and Wrong Way" is a cut. That wasn't the cut I was looking at. I was looking at something else. Please don't. But then, this guy. You know what, man? I'm gonna be coming, and I'm gonna go.
No, wait, this is your last joint, bro. So ain't no pressure.
I know. Ain't no. It is, because it's gonna be, because the what I'm thinking of. There are the artists on here already, but they got other cuts that I would like to bring up. However, I'm gonna be coming, and just because you said, because if you don't have Luther on the cut on your album, on your things, it ain't no good. So Luther Vandross, "If Only for One Night."
Man, this is wild right here, Triborough.
Yeah.
Bro.
Mhm.
An all-time draft.
There's other things I wanted to bring out, but I was like, I wanted to go. Well, I'll wait till afterwards, and
I'm gonna go with D'Angelo, Untitled.
good one,
Oh,
good one.
Girl, it's all on you. Yeah.
How does it
that
feel?
was slick as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
How
that
does
is
it
crazy.
feel?
Yo, that might be. Now, I'm not disrespecting everybody else's pick, but for that song to be drafted in this spot is bonkers. That might be the best pick of the draft right there, bro.
Well,
But
it's one of those cuts. It's one. I mean, look, you talking about. I mean, you trying to think of tracks. It's so many. You know, you said 7, and that oh man. So I'm gonna wait for the last one because I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna wait for you because I'm gonna tell Tribert where I was about to go when he went wham, and I was about to go on some back to back stuff just because Tribert did what he did.
right. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so stuck right now. I have like 4 songs.
No pressure, like you told me, because I had 6 of them. It just went. I was like,
Yeah, I still got a clip full of songs. I know we only had 7.
yeah, you got me at 7. Cause like I said, I got some more I wanted to break out too, but I was like, you put it at 7. It was a hard turn.
Bro.
And see,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
oh no, I'm just saying. I just wanted to be the only cat to just throw out the females out there because I was about to go back again in the female bucket, the lady single bucket.
Bro, okay. So I have a little list here that and I can share this with y'all because I have the last pick and no, so I won't be spoiling it for anybody else. Right. But I'm gonna tell y'all the songs that I was debating in this spot, right? So the first song that I was debating to put in this spot is The Closer I Get to You by Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. Right. But y'all know I keep telling that story about me in elementary school where my teacher played this joint and I took this girl on the floor, the one that I like. I put on the song. That song was a song called "The Reasons." I mean, not the reasons, but after the love is gone. Right. So I was like, "Yo, do I put The Closer I Get to You or After the Love is Gone?" Right. But then I was thinking, like, hey, everybody might not get After the Love is Gone. Right. And so there are a few songs that I was looking at. I think my favorite, my joint that I have to put here, and it's out of respect to every generation, and this might not even be my favorite, but I have to put it here just to make sure that it lives on. Right, I have to put "Always and Forever" by Heatwave on here. Right, and the reason why I have to put it here is because when we have the conversation about the greatest songs of all time, we don't often talk about Heatwave, right? So I'm just going to shrink this a little bit just so that everybody can see all the songs at one time. Let me see if I can do
Okay.
I like the choice, but I got to be honest. I always considered that song to be a love song rather than a slow jam.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah. See,
So it's not a disrespect to the list or the artist or the choice. It's just the consideration when I think of that song specifically. I think more love song than slow jam.
You know.
And I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I just want to tell Tribert, I was about to come back with that Terrence Trent D'Arby, Sign Your Name. I was about to go there. I
think we need 10 songs. We need 10 songs instead of 7.
Hey, bro, I feel you. But you know what happens? You know what happens when we get to 10, right? Like
You
You'll
get
get to
that 5 more.
15.
yeah,
You'll get to 20.
yeah. That's and because I listen, I agree. I agree. I think the fact that every list that we do is always going to have someone left off makes the conversation great.
Oh man, yeah. You said when you put 7, I was like, damn, 7 was tough. And I put my heartstring is always gonna be a Levert. I gotta put Levert, and I'm always have a Levert track to throw out there. It's just what it is. But as you were going, the Triborough, like I said, you guys, you had to put me on my toes. Kept me on my toes. I had to stay on. Basically, I had to stay on my toes like a midget at a urinal, dog.
Yeah, man.
Reach.
Yeah,
it was wild, man. Because DSJ came in with that. I can't believe he gonna open the door. He kicked in. He kicked in the door. He kicked in the door, waving his 4-4, coming out with Marvin.
I think
When
he put out Fortunate, I want to ask y'all before I do this. Let me ask y'all. I'm gonna ask y'all this, right? I just want y'all to briefly, right, if you can, name the song you felt like was done the biggest disservice, whether it's on this list or whether it's in this draft and got drafted late or didn't make the list at all.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, whoever go first.
All the Things Your Man Won't Do by Joe.
Wow. What you think, Try?
Boyz II Men, End of the Road. I think End of the Road should have been on it.
So, thinking you got one?
It's I'm kind of all over the place because you're talking about slow jams, and I'm taking it back to the '80s. I was kind of stuck in the '80s, and it's something that nobody even thought about. You may not look at it as a slow jam. A couple of tracks, but SOS Band, Tell Me.
Yeah.
You talking about slow jams and dances? That's where I was going. That's where my mindset was going.
I honestly think the biggest misstep pothole that we made was Johnny Gill, My, not making it.
Well, I was going to ask you this. What about, and this is great, Faith Evans, As Soon As I Get Home.
Yep, that one too.
Because that was because when I got stuck, I was between that and Floetry Say Yes. I was back and forth because I wanted to put that. Or you had Shirley Murdoch.
Which Shirley Murdoch though? Husband, As We Lay.
As We Lay.
Can't go on without you.
As we or can't go on without you. Okay. I mean, you talking about slow? I mean, because really, you can keep naming more and more. Hey, Tony, whatever you want. I was about to throw that out there. Or Howard Hewitt, Show Me.
Yeah. Oh, Show Me should have been up here. God damn.
Okay. No, wait. Are we talking the Howard Hewitt or the Glenn Jones?
I was saying Howard Hewitt.
I like Howard Hewitt Show Me better as a slow jam than I like
Glenn Jones.
Show Me. Even Glenn Jones is kind of like mid tempo to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only. That's now. Are we saying? I think. But if you ask me which song I like best, it's Glenn Jones.
Okay.
But for these parameters, though, I think Howard Hewitt fits best.
Howard Hewitt would be the one, and I'm like, man.
So here's another one that I think got some disrespect being left off the list, and we'll probably kick ourselves a little bit for behind it, but I can live with my choices. It's Knocking the Boots by H-Town.
Oh yeah. That was good.
Okay.
You won't go crazy. You won't flip your desk or nothing like that, but you be like, yeah, damn, I did forget about that one.
Yeah. Well, that's like Isley Brothers, Atlantis.
Yeah.
Unc, you want to share your thoughts on that?
Yo, I keep telling y'all the Isley Brothers is trash, bro. Y'all think I'm making it up?
Well, if you say so.
The Isley Brothers are the Isley Brothers. They not and so I'm gonna say it in this sense. The Isley Brothers are trash when we're talking about the greatest of the great, right? Like when we talking about Kool and the Gang, when we talking about Earth, Wind and Fire, we talking about Jodeci, Boys to Men. We like, bro, why, what? Like when we're talking about In Vogue, when we talking about TLC, the Isley Brothers ain't nowhere close. TLC is 50 times better than the Isley Brothers, bro, with less talent. You know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect to the Isley Brothers because they made the Isley Brothers are like the middle kid, right? Like Marsha, right? Like the Isley Brothers are like Air Force Ones. Like they dope. You gonna rock them. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't, yo, Tribe, guess what I got, bro? I got some new white uppies. Tribe Bro say, so the fuck what?
Man, look, I'm sorry, I had to put the Isley's in. The Isley's have done some great things for me in the past.
I get it. Let me ask you this though: are the Isley Brothers better than the OJs?
I'm not gonna say that, but I'm saying
you feel me?
Situationally, no, but situationally, you know, I like the OJs. Don't get me wrong, but when OJs can get you set one way, but the Isleys
are the Isley Brothers better than Levert?
Now, come on now. Look.
Yeah, bro. Try. We did this the other day, right? Remember we did this the other day?
Yeah. But see, I'm biased. Okay, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm like Bully almost damn near when it comes to Levert. Like Bully is with Jay Dilla.
Shout out to Coach Malpica.
Salute, Coach.
But I was gonna tell you, it was another one. It was another track that was honorable and DSJ went to the album. That Keith Sweat, How Deep Is Your Love? That was another one. I was about to go there.
Oh, snap. I was going to go to Make It Last Forever, but I didn't know how mid-tempo it was. You know, like it's on the border of...
It's kind of upbeat, but then you can do it, you know, whatever. I've put them on tracks, but, you know, that's like that Johnny Gill, Love in the Elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do great minds think alike or what?
Yeah. But so so when it comes to that though, I'm thinking like, are the Isley Brothers better than Jagged Edge or Drew Hill?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
It depends on for me, it depends on your flavor. It depends on your mood. You know what I'm saying? Because you can put them on a No, I'm saying you could put their songs on a playlist with those, and you're not gonna miss a beat. I mean, when you're talking about the overall, if you talk about the overall, you know, slow tracks, you know, those other groups have more. I say they probably have more slow tracks. But the Isleys with that Between the Sheets, Atlantis, Footsteps, you know, they got some cuts. I mean, Ronald Isley, but his voice. I mean, hell, Ronald Isley with Keith Sweat, Come With Me.
Ronald Isley at your best.
Yes.
Hey, all right, bro. These.
I'm just saying.
I guess you love the Aaliyah version better, huh?
Yep.
She did a better job on the cover.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I have the Isley Brothers in that group in that kind of range of Cameo. That's why I have them at.
I love Sparkle.
Right. But Cameo's got like I love Cameo, right?
Yeah.
But I can't push them. I can't push them farther down the road because when music changed, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
Like as soon as the Minnesota you remember when the Minnesota sound hit the radio hard? Remember when it was SOS Band, Janet,
Right.
Human League, when
Yeah.
Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was cranking out all this stuff, and
Mhm.
Cameo was like Single Life
Single,
and
single,
yeah,
Boom, boom, boom.
Right.
life.
yeah, but Cameo and D Train are like the same. They the same group, kinda, in a sense. And D Train had for everybody that grew up in for everybody that grew up in New York, you couldn't go nowhere.
Right.
You couldn't even shop for sneakers without hearing D Train, bro. I mean, you couldn't go. I mean, you couldn't, bro. You couldn't fart in the park without hearing D Train, bro. For like this, there was a stretch. It was D Train, Timex Social Club, Club Nouveau, like this,
Yeah.
like from like 85 to like 80, 84, 85, 86. Bro, you couldn't pee on a tree without hearing D Train. Right? It's like
Right.
it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy, bro. But
Oh, yeah.
anyway, but when it comes to the list, yeah, I think a lot of the songs that y'all said are spot on. To only have 28 spots is kind of crazy, right? But then when you look at songs that the fact that
Real quick, I'm sorry to cut you off because I know. Matter of fact, you don't go make your point. I'll ask after the fact.
yo, I'm gonna the fact, but DSA, the fact that Your Body's Calling is not on this list.
Oh man, yeah. See, yeah. That's
Tender Love is not on this list, bro.
yeah.
Bro. I mean, there are so many songs, man. End of the Road didn't make it. I mean, One in a Million by Larry Graham didn't make
Larry
it.
Graham, yeah.
Yeah, you know who didn't make the list?
Jeffrey Osborne.
Baby,
Jeffrey
come to me.
Jeffrey Osborne and Peebo Bryson didn't make the list.
Peebo Bryson, yeah.
Can you stop? You know, it's funny you say that because I thought about, can you stop the rain? After you said, can you stand the rain?
Yeah.
Like I wanted to kind of go punch counter punch. Like here's some precipitation for you. Well, let me stop that real quick. You know, that was kind of like the overtly comment I was going to go before I chose that. But what I would like to do, if possible, since Coach is in here, is ask him to do the same thing. Give us 7 of his in the chat.
And why he do that? So I had some other questions. So Coach do that, and we'll review Coach's list. But I had a couple of questions that I wanted to ask the panel too, though.
Yeah, by all means.
So Triborough.
Yeah.
Who do you think? What music expert on the panel outdrafted the other 3 music experts on the panel?
Can I say myself?
Yeah, you can say yourself and say why.
Well, I feel like I wanted to go in a different route, and I think that's why I didn't pick like R. Kelly or Jodeci or anything. I wanted to like try to go left field with it and mention like Lisa and Bobby Caldwell and Wham. And I even had like I wrote down a list, and I had like other artists like even Kenny Rogers. I had Kenny Rogers lady on the list.
That would have been fire right there, because his
You know,
version is mean.
Yeah, and I just wanted to go differently, but still keep it within the perimeters of the rules of the list. But I think everybody was great. DSJ had a great list, and Soulfully had a great list, and Unky had a great list too.
Right.
So to answer us Coach's question in the chat, we're talking about the all-time slow jam draft.
Yep. Hey, Coach, get ready, because I was thinking about doing an all-time morning cereal draft. I want to do that this weekend. So if you got some time, bro.
Morning cereal. Wow.
Oh wow. Yeah, bro. Hey, look.
But I didn't want to take away from this though, but the all-time slow jams draft, I don't know, man. I was leaning towards Soulfinger as being the winner, right? The only thing that got me is the Levert song in round one. Right? The Levert song in round one, I was like, ooh, what if he'd have put My in that spot and then drafted I've Been Waiting in the 7th round? Would he have high stepped on us? Right? And I'm not, and this is nothing against soul, what type of soul music Soulfinger like. This is me looking at his list based on what I like. Right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that he don't know his stuff. I'm saying he knows his stuff. What I'm saying is as an outside person looking at his list, how could I make his list better according to what I like? And I probably would have went with My by Johnny Gill as the second greatest slow jam of all time. In that spot, the second greatest slow jam of all time, you're thinking like, ooh, what is the second greatest slow jam of all time? and so I was leaning towards Soulfinger even after the fact. Like when I see Come Go With Me, Secret Garden, If Only for One Night, Fire and Desire, I'm like, oh, God, this dude killed it. But I've Been Waiting as the number 2 song. I'm like, ooh, I don't know. That might be a bridge too far for me. And listen, I know y'all might say the same thing about my list, and so I'm not offended by it because we all have different music tastes. We all have different likes. It's the reason why our conversations be so good, right? Because if we agreed all the time, conversations would be boring,
Right.
right? So, but yeah, so we have 1 vote for Triborough, 1 vote for Soulfinger. DSJ, who you think, bro?
I think my list knocks it out the park. and I'll tell you why. My list is not just based off of my picks alone. Again, I had the scenario of if you ask me to DJ somebody's okay, I don't have a clue on what I'm doing to get this girl to follow me to the room. What do I need? Let me provide you with the arsenal. I got you covered kind of situation. Okay. And my list is based off the opportunity for somebody else to win off of my list. And I felt like everything I threw was powerhouse shots at every female that sat there and said, oh yeah, I love that song.
Yeah. Right. All right. I get it. I'm with you. I understand. Soulfinger, who you think, bro? Who you think had the best list?
See, I like the fact that, like I said, I've been talking about Triborough. Triborough, he comes with, because he's going a different direction, and I was doing that as well. DSJ was hitting me with tracks that I know I love, like, and then Freezy. The thing that got, and it's Always and Forever, because Always and Forever I consider more of a love song, great song, but more of a love song, you know. Right. And then with me, it's a method to the song. And remember, I said you got to talk through your music.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, Levert, I've been waiting. So you telling Chick, you come on play that, so girl, I've been waiting for you. So I got this fire and desire. Right. All I'm telling you is everything is true. But once you come and go with me to my secret garden, all you got to do is say yes for only for one night.
Wow.
So that's where I was going, because I was thinking about, in the mortar words of Tommy O. Martin, get the draws.
All right, so y'all let me do the social media clip right quick. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm just gonna do the social media part, the part that I'm gonna clip to put on Instagram and to put on TikTok and X. and on and YouTube clips. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just watched the all-time slow jams draft. You've seen the R&B sensation, DSJ. You've seen Soulfinger. You've seen Triborough. You've seen Uncle Freezy, all in position to draft in a 7-round draft, 4 songs per round. The number one pick in the all-time slow jams draft was "Let's Get It On" by the original DSJ, and the last song to be selected was "Always and Forever" by Uncle Freezy, a song by Heatwave. Y'all come through if you like content like this, like all-time slow jams draft. If you like hearing about music and such, come through, vibes and stuff. This is what we do often. Like, subscribe, and share. All right.
Shout out to Ala Wise, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to the wise one.
Yeah,
the voice
man.
of truth.
Yeah, salute Wise.
I'm looking at the first songs though. It just, you know how I talk about you can speak through music. Just look at the first draft songs of the draft. "Let's Get It On," "I've Been Waiting," "Lady in My Life," and "Can You Stand the Rain."
Yeah.
You could talk through that.
Yeah.
"Insatiable," Fire Desire,"
Yeah.
"Careless Whispers," and "Ribbon in the Sky." I mean, but the thing is if you were to put all these if you were to put these just on a deluxe, just the deluxe on a playlist, regardless, and just let that joker go on random, you winning. Like you said, you winning at least to for the third time, 9 in the morning.
What about songs like "'Cause I Love You" by Lenny Williams, or "I Will Always Love You" by Whitney Houston?
Love songs.
More love songs.
Those are love songs. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like
"Me and Mrs. Jones," that's a love song or a slow jam?
love song.
Okay.
What I consider the slow jam would be like "Computer Love."
Yeah.
What about "You Are My Lady"? Is
"Sands
that
of Time."
song? Okay.
You Are My Lady could go both ways. Well, I consider it a slow track. You slow drag to that. You can slow.
I think by Freddie
Mhm.
Jackson's "You Are My
Yeah.
Lady." I think that's more love song. I think "Rock Me Tonight" would be more slow jam.
No, it could be a slow
Okay.
jam. Yeah.
Okay.
See, with the other one, I consider it could go both ways. Because I'm just going back to my days of being in the dance that Freddie would come on, lose that mind. You running around trying to snatch some little joint out the corner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
like I can see if you okay. So the scenario is if I'm in a school dance or something like that, and you play "You Are My Lady," and you high five the DJ to get that girl's hand and dance with her.
Yeah.
Like it's a high five,
Yeah.
right? If you play "Rock Me Tonight" at a club,
Mm-hmm.
that's a sneaky low five because you know what's about to happen after this song is over.
Well, see, back in the days when you go to clubs and stuff, when the slow tracks come on, hey, that's when you trying to seal the deal. I mean, they don't do that nowadays. It's still, they still trying to, they dropping it like it's hot, popping this and that, And it'd be funny because you used to ask the joint to dance or slow. Oh, I don't slow dance. That's too intimate. But then they up there doing, hey, Doo-Doo Brown come on and they rubbing it and got the leg all up on your shoulder and stuff. You're like, what the hell?
Right. I think the list. I don't know if there's a world where you can go wrong with this list.
Well, you're gonna always. It's always gonna be those what ifs. But what about this? What about that? And then especially when you coming right off the top. Like I said, I was coming right off the top of my head and then trying to balance off of. I'm trying to counterpunch the counterpunch.
It's all right. It's all right. The list is still fire.
Oh no, this is fire. I mean, all the tracks are fire. Because I mean, I'm gonna tell you now, Freezer, that always and forever. After you done close the deal till 9 in the morning, and that's the last thing you got coming on, or you got a sunset coming up. I mean, a sunrise, not sunset. I tell you what, I'm all sideways and backwards. But you got a sunrise coming, and that's the last track of your night, and you didn't close the deal with whatever, and you got that song playing, and you waking up to grits and eggs. I think you did all right, my friend.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That means you did something right. Yeah, that means you did something right. I want to do this. I'm gonna say for everybody watching us on Vibes, right? For everybody watching us on Vibes, I want you to go here. I want you to copy that and check us out on X. And the reason being is because the last 20 minutes or so, I want to go through a couple of joints, and I don't want the channel to get copyright strikes. So I appreciate y'all I appreciate the X family the Vibe crowd from being here. I'm just gonna ask y'all to check us out on X as we move towards the last few minutes of the show, just so that we can compare notes. All right. So thank you, all the Vibesters, for coming through, hanging out. We'll see y'all in a little bit.